prototype that will be after. I think that is totally new. And it's just, it's faster, it's much easier for them to pull in these prototypes.
This, I did my doctoral research on intuition versus business model, like using business cases to create the need for an idea. And what I found, and it ties to this OTA stuff, is that when you have an idea, and if you expose it to all the scrutiny that you normally do, return on investment, when am I going to make money from this, when can I sell to the customers, what am I going to do, but typically you come up with enough negatives that you kill the idea, and it never comes to fruition. Whereas if you bring an idea into a group of people that are totally supportive of nurturing that idea and trying to grow it and get it, not expose it to all those business analysis right off the bat, then it tends to get some legs and be able to actually be implemented and become a profitable line of business. Companies struggle with this idea of, should I be paying for research and development? Should I ask the government to be paying for research and development? How do we move, like the DoD industry or the intelligence industry, how do we move them forward so that we can stay ahead of the bad actors in the world, right? And so Google, if you work, Google is part of Alphabet, and they have a part within Alphabet that is, Alphabet's a parent company, that's all about research and development. And if you work for the aspect of research and development for them, you will come to work every day and your job is to kill ideas. And they want you to kill ideas because if you come up with an idea and you draw it on a piece of paper and I show it to you and you're the customer and you don't like something about it, how difficult is it for me to change it?
Very difficult.
Well, I've just drawn it on a piece of paper, so all I really have to do is take an eraser and erase it and then redraw it the way you want, right? So at that point, it's pretty easy. But if the further along we go down the process, the more expensive it becomes. Hence the O-ring on the Challenger caused it to blow up. Did people know about the O-ring? Yes, they know about the O-ring. Why did they do something about the O-ring? Because somebody made a decision that it wasn't that big of a deal. The chances of it happening were really slim. And it's such a small part, and most importantly, NASA had committed to the launch date. In NASA land, everything's about the launch date. And if we were to start to go back and figure out, well, is the O-ring okay? Did we test it enough? What's the real potential that this could happen? What would happen if it did cause a problem? If they had done all that analysis, what would have happened to the launch date?
We'd still be waiting.
Right. We keep getting pushed out. But on the same token, we'd have the 7 astronauts still alive. So this notion of, when you have an idea, how do you create it? And how do you subject it to enough scrutiny to see if it's a good idea or not a good idea? And then how do you get it funded, for potential use? Who owns the intellectual property? How does that whole piece work? It's a lot of stuff to be thinking about, but if you guys do have creative new ideas, the reason why I wanted Judy to talk about OTAs is that there are avenues that the government has that can help you get things funded and help them, see if there's applicability. Because if you come up with the idea, they're going to use you for a period of time because you own that market share because you're the only one that has the actual item that's been created. So. Any questions about that? Anybody have any astounding, brilliant new ideas that you'd like to share? I suggest you go home, have a couple glasses of beer or wine, and come up with your creative ideas. Okay, do you want to peek in there and see if there's one? You're our lunch monitor.
That's the best I've seen. Almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's take a break here and we'll pick up with inspection and stuff.
You just take out all the wording that's in DOE.
Yeah, all right, yeah.